Welcome back. It's game 2 of the World Series today, so we found this clip in the WNDU Vault, who has faced a familiar face, sorry, telling us about the start of construction at Four Winds Field. Sorry, Gary just cracked me up. Check this out.
Bulldozers at shortstop and steam shovels in center field. Construction of South Bend's minor league ballpark plods along as if nothing could stop it, and quite possibly nothing can. St. Joseph County Circuit Court Judge John Montgomery may have snuffed out the last effort of a citizens group called Fair Tax Incorporated. Montgomery ruled today that Indiana's Board of Tax Commissioners had plenty of evidence to support their approval of a financing package for the stadium. Fair Tax filed the lawsuit claiming the commissioners had their minds made up before the hearing in March. The citizens group may appeal today's decision, but that gets expensive.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have the situation that the city has of unlimited resources. Just reaching into our pocket to take the money. What we have to go with are voluntary contributions. And as I say, the ability to collect those voluntary contributions would depend on how strong a case we can make for the success of an appeal.
The project still has a powerful enemy, time. South Bend can't get the $5 million needed to build the stadium until the California bank supplying the money is positive there won't be an appeal of the court case. Any delay would jeopardize the deal bringing a Chicago White Sox minor league team here. But Mayor Roger Parent speaks with confidence.
I firmly believe that we have shown that we will build a stadium. This decision here is terribly important to that. We strongly believe, I believe, that there will be a franchise for South Bend and that there will be an affiliation with a major league team no matter what happens.
Members of Fair Tax insist they're not trying to stall the stadium out of existence. They've promised to either appeal quickly or let it drop. It will take the city about a week to wrap up the deal if Fair Tax gives up. Reporting from South Bend, Gary Sieber, News Center 16.
Like 40 years ago, huh? You know what's interesting about that story? I mean, there's many things interesting about it. But, you know, there are always controversy. Anytime a city, a state, the nation, anytime you spend tax money, there are going to be people who are in favor of it, there will be people who are opposed to it. And Four Winds Field, as originally called Stanley Coveleski Regional Stadium, was exactly that way. That would have cost about $10 million in tax payments, and of course they were retiring some bonds and others come on. So there wasn't really an increase in people's taxes, but people were opposed to the idea.
They had something to say. I mean, he had a whole T-shirt printed where it was just a whole
no
X
stadium.
right through it.
And so there was organized opposition to that. There was organized opposition to the East Race Waterway, where we have the Whitewater Rapids now in Sites Park. There's opposition to the Century Center. But that was at a time where you had an administration who was really trying to do something with a downtown that had been very much depleted ever since Studebaker left. So it was quite a clash.
Oh yeah, we talked about Studebaker like the other week. That is, your reporter voice is, it's good. I was like,
I'll try to make it my weather voice. Yeah.
See, that's not, he got all the different voices. And you're like, I know that voice. And I'm like, well, yeah, you know all these people. You're like, no, I know that voice. I'm like, this is you. This is Gary. I didn't know it was Gary.
At that time that was different than today?
Yeah.
It was my hair. But
I saw you were a brunette. I didn't even know you were a brunette.
Yeah, I was a blondie when I was a kid. Anyway.